Welcome back to your channel named Coins Master. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history hiding in plain sight, the 1976 United States dime. You might have one of these in your pocket, and it could be worth a staggering $16 million. That's right, this little coin might be one of the most valuable pieces of change around. So, what makes the 1976 dime so special? Why is it potentially worth millions? Stick around, because we're going on a journey through its history, its rarity, and its surprising market value. To understand why this coin holds such incredible value, let's rewind to the 1970s. The United States was in a period of significant economic transition. It was the bicentennial era, and America was celebrating its 200th birthday. This was a time of great patriotism, which even extended to our coinage. The United States Mint, particularly the Denver Mint, took great care in producing these dimes. The 1976 dime was no ordinary dime. Produced at the Denver Mint, this coin was crafted with precision and attention to detail. But why is that important? Well, during this time, coin production saw a shift. Mints were modernizing their equipment, and quality control became a higher priority, especially for coins being produced in smaller numbers. This makes the 1976 dime highly collectible. Now, let's zoom in on the unique features of this coin. This dime was struck with President Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile on the front, or obverse, and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. You'll notice the D mint mark on the lower right side of Roosevelt's bust, indicating that it was produced at the Denver Mint. One of the most remarkable features of the 1976 dime is its level of detail and finish, especially in high-quality specimens. Collectors seek out these coins for their full bands or FB designation, meaning the bands on the torch are fully visible and not worn down. Only a small percentage of these dimes struck that year achieved this level of clarity. This makes the full bands 1976 dimes especially rare, and in perfect condition, they can command astounding values. So, how did a dime from the 70s become a potential $16 million treasure? For starters, not all 1976 dimes are worth millions. The astronomical value comes from a perfect combination of rarity, condition, and a bit of luck in the collector's market. Coins with flawless quality, sharp detailing, and mint state grades of MS68 or higher have proven to fetch jaw-dropping amounts at auction. This value increases when the coin has full bands and is certified by top grading agencies like PCGS or NGC. High-grade, well-preserved coins are sought after by serious collectors who are willing to pay a premium, especially for historically significant coins. And with the increasing interest in U.S. numismatics, these prices are going nowhere but up. Now, let's talk about the market value and record sales of these dimes. The market for collectible dimes, especially Roosevelt dimes from the 1970s, has been heating up. In fact, some 1976 dimes in near-perfect condition have been known to sell for hundreds of thousands, even millions, in specialized auctions. For example, a 1976 dime graded at an MS68 full bands might start at around $100,000. And if it's in pristine condition, who knows how high collectors are willing to go. As the demand grows and fewer pristine dimes surface, the scarcity and demand drive the price higher, reaching values many never thought possible for a coin that started with just 10 cents. Alright, so what makes this particular 1976 dime worth up to $16 million? The truth is, in addition to having the full bands and top-grade rating, a coin must capture collectors' imaginations to reach such levels. The 1976 dime represents a unique time in American history and carries historical and patriotic symbolism, adding intangible value. Plus, the coin's journey from Denver in 1976 to today adds a layer of mystique. Imagine the thrill of discovering this rare gem hidden in a collection or received in change. It's the dream of every collector. And as we know, sometimes the story behind the coin can boost its value just as much as its physical rarity. Now, if you're wondering if you've got a fortune sitting in your piggy bank, here's what to look for. First, check the year, 1976, and the Denver Mint Mark D. Next, inspect the condition. Are the full bands on the torch crisp and clear? The sharper the details, the better. Finally, consider getting your dime professionally graded. While it costs money, a high-grade rating from a trusted agency like PCGS or NGC could validate the coin's value, and in the case of a high-grade 1970-60 dime, that value could be in the millions. So, where does the 1970-60 dime stand in today's market? With collectors increasingly fascinated by mid-20th century coins, dimes from this era are growing in value. This means the value of a pristine 1970-60 dime could continue to rise, especially as demand increases and the number of available high-grade coins decreases. If you're a collector, now might be the perfect time to add this piece of history to your collection. And if you're lucky enough to already own one, make sure it's well protected. As we've seen with record-breaking auction prices, you could be holding onto a small fortune. And there you have it, the incredible story and potential multimillion-dollar value of the 1970-60 United States dime. Coins like these are a reminder that sometimes, it's the small things that hold the most value. What do you think? Could you have one of these valuable dimes lying around? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the world of rare coins and collectibles. Hit that like button if you found this video helpful, and share it with friends who might be sitting on their own hidden treasures. Thanks for watching, and keep collecting! This script should captivate viewers and give them a thorough look at why the 1970-60 dime could be worth millions, keeping them engaged from start to finish. Today, we're exploring a dime you might just have in your pocket or old coin jar, the 1983 P Roosevelt dime. But this isn't just any dime. If you're lucky enough to find the right one, it could be worth a staggering $26 million. Let's start with a bit of history. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, a year after the passing of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was honored on this coin as he championed the March of Dimes, a campaign to combat polio, a cause he was deeply committed to. Over time, the Roosevelt dime has been produced in vast numbers. However, among all those dimes, the 1983 piece stands out as an exceptionally rare and valuable find for collectors. Now you might wonder why a 1983 P Roosevelt dime, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, could hold such value. In 1983, the U.S. Mint didn't produce mint sets, and few coins were saved in uncirculated condition. Since most dimes from that year were put into circulation, finding a well-preserved, mint-condition 1983 P dime today is incredibly rare. And when we say rare, we're talking about a dime that shows no wear and retains its original mint luster and sharpness. For this reason, top-quality 1983 P dimes have become almost legendary among collectors. To understand what makes these dimes valuable, let's look at a few important characteristics collectors search for in the 1983 P Roosevelt dime. Many 1983 P dimes suffer from weak strikes, meaning the details aren't as sharp. A sharp, well-struck coin is much more valuable. On the reverse, the torch has bands that wrap around it. If the dime has fully visible, sharply defined bands, known as full bands, its value skyrockets. This is a key feature for discerning high-grade dimes. These qualities can distinguish an ordinary dime worth 10 cents from one worth tens of millions. So, why is this particular 1983 P dime rumored to be worth up to $26 million? Well, coins with the full bands designation in pristine condition can draw staggering prices due to their rarity. To collectors, a top-quality, well-preserved 1983 P dime is a treasure. Now, $26 million may be a bit speculative for some coins, but ultra-rare, highly sought-after specimens have the potential to fetch these kinds of prices if they are, in fact, the best of the best. If you're checking your 1983 P dimes, here's a rundown of key value-determining factors for these coins. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70 by organizations like PCGS and NGC. A top-grade, 70-rated 1983 P dime in uncirculated condition could approach sky-high prices. Coins with full bands bring a massive premium due to their exceptional quality. The demand for high-grade dimes and full bands varieties continues to grow as more collectors seek these rare examples. driving prices up further. Most 1983p dimes may be worth only face value. But if yours meets these stringent criteria, it could be worth a small fortune. Let's talk about some notable sales. A few well-preserved 1983p dimes have been auctioned off in recent years, each one reaching impressive prices. Rare Roosevelt dimes, when they make it to top auctions, tend to attract a lot of attention. In some cases, these dimes have crossed into six-figure territory, but experts believe a perfect example could fetch millions, or even that fabled $26 million, if it ever comes to market. Imagine the excitement that would bring to the coin world. So, what should you look for if you have a 1983p dime? Here's a checklist. First, examine the overall condition. Anywhere will likely lower its value, so uncirculated dimes are what you're aiming for. Use some magnifying glass to examine the bands on the torch. If they are distinct and unbroken, you might have a full bands dime. If you believe you have a high-quality 1983p dime, consider sending it to a grading service. A professional grade and designation will maximize its value and authenticity. Keep in mind, however, that these gems are exceedingly rare. Even a worn 1983p dime with slight imperfections can be worth more than face value, so it's always worth a closer look. If you're fortunate enough to find a valuable 1983p dime, there are several ways to sell it. Reputable auction houses, especially those specializing in coins, are a great place to start. Major auction houses can help fetch top dollar for rare, valuable coins. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections have dedicated platforms for coin collectors, but be cautious to ensure buyers are reputable. Some dealers specialize in rare dimes and may offer a fair price, though it's wise to check the going market value beforehand. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, selling a rare 1983p dime can be an exciting journey. Coins like the 1983p dime aren't just pieces of metal, they're pieces of history, carrying stories from the past and fascinating collectors in the present. Who knows, this humble little dime could be the key to an amazing discovery and an incredible payday if it turns out to be a top-quality, full-band specimen. So, the next time you're sorting through your pocket change, pay close attention. That small silver dime from 1983 might be worth a lot more than 10 cents. It could be a life-changing $26 million find. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more fascinating coin content. Today, we're diving into a small but powerful coin, the 1987p dime from the United States. You may have come across this coin in your change and thought it was just another ordinary dime. But as you'll see, some 1987p dimes have incredible stories and values that could make them worth as much as $23 million. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1987p dime was produced by the United States Mint at their Philadelphia branch, as indicated by the P Mint mark. It's part of the Roosevelt dime series, which has been a staple in American coinage since 1946. The dime features a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who played a significant role in shaping the country during the Great Depression and World War II. His legacy and contributions led to his profile being immortalized on the dime, a symbol of honor that has carried on for decades. Now, the Roosevelt dime was originally introduced in silver, but due to the Coinage Act of 1965, the U.S. Mint switched from silver to a copper-nickel composition. This change was made to reduce costs and to address the rising demand for silver at the time. So, by 1987, the dimes being minted, including the 1987p, were composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel over a pure copper core. The 1987p dime has some unique characteristics that collectors value. On the obverse, you'll see the iconic portrait of Roosevelt, with Liberty inscribed to the left, and the date, 1987, below his neck. The mint mark, P for Philadelphia, is located just above the date. On the reverse, we have a torch flanked by olive and oak branches, symbolizing freedom, peace, and strength, with the inscription United States of America and the words E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. Now you're probably wondering, how could a dime like this be worth $23 million? While it's true that most 1987p dimes are only worth their face value, some extremely rare variations, mint errors, or perfectly preserved coins have fetched record prices in auction markets. Let's break down the factors that could make a 1987p dime worth an incredible amount. First, there are mint errors. Some 1987p dimes have known errors, like the double die error, where parts of the design are stamped twice, creating a noticeable duplication effect. Then there's the off-center strike, where the coin's design is shifted to one side due to an alignment issue during minting. Other errors could include die cracks, missing elements, or even coins struck on incorrect planchets, which is the metal disc used to make the coin. Mint errors like these make a coin unique, and collectors will pay premium prices for them, sometimes reaching tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And in very rare cases, dimes like the 1987p with extraordinary or one-of-a-kind errors can drive up values to multiple millions. Another factor that drives up a coin's value is its condition, often determined by a professional grading scale. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating near-perfect preservation. A grade of MS65, for example, means mint state, with minimal handling marks and an attractive luster. The highest grade, MS70, is almost unheard of for circulating coins but can increase a coin's value exponentially. If you come across a 1987p dime that appears pristine, with sharp details, and few or no scratches, it's worth having it professionally graded. A high-grade 1987p dime can attract serious buyers and potentially sell for thousands, or even millions, at an auction. So, what would make a 1987p dime reach a staggering $23 million? Such a high value would likely be due to a perfect storm of rare mint errors, the highest grading, and intense competition among collectors. In recent years, coin collecting has seen a surge in interest, with collectors willing to pay premium prices for coins with historical significance, unique errors, or near-perfect preservation. Auction houses have witnessed a few coins breaking multi-million-dollar records, and while it may seem shocking, a $23 million price tag for an extremely rare 1987p dime could be possible in the right conditions. If you're curious about your own 1987p dimes, here are a few tips to help you determine their potential value. Look closely for any signs of double die strikes, off-center designs, or any irregularities in the coin's details. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin's surface. Minimal scratches or a well-preserved shine could indicate a high-grade dot. If your coin looks pristine or has visible errors, it might be worth sending it to a professional grading service. An official grade can add significant value to your coin. Keep an eye on auction records and online sales for similar 1987p dimes. Knowing the market can give you an idea of what collectors are currently willing to pay. Conclusion: the hunt for rare dimes. Remember, the excitement of coin collecting is in the hunt. You never know when you might come across a valuable piece in your pocket change or hidden among old coins. The 1987p dime, with its potential for rare errors and high grades, is one to keep an eye out for. Who knows, you might be holding a small fortune in your hand. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of dimes. If you enjoyed learning about the potential value of the 1987p dime, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We'll be back with more stories on coins, their history, and their hidden treasures. Until next time, happy hunting! And remember, every coin tells a story. Could yours be worth $23 million? This script should keep your viewers engaged, offering valuable insights into what makes certain 1987p dimes potentially worth so much, with a fun yet educational tone. Happy creating!